Vladimir Putin. Vladimir Putin is either 100+ years old and never ages, or a time traveler looking for the army of the 12 monkeys, as the internet proved recently. Conspiracy theorists are convinced by the evidence above that the Russian president may have been alive for more than a century. UFO site Disclose.tv, which uses the slogan, "Truth Revealed," posted. Social networks are circulating pictures from 1920 and 1941 that some claim are of Russian President Vladimir Putin. In fact, supporters of the thesis that Putin is almighty and immortal have launched a story that their president is a mythical creature that resides on our planet for hundreds, if not thousands, of years. That would explain why he doesn't look 63 years old. Nicolas Cage. In 2011, an eBay seller named Jack_Mord put a Civil War photograph up for auction with a $1 million price tag that happens to bear a striking resemblance to the Oscar-winning star of Trespass. Mr. Mord is cashing in on the dead ringer, no pun intended, by stating that the image is photographic proof of Nicolas Cage's existence as a vampire or zombie. The picture of the man looking identical to the Con Air actor dates from around 1870. Mord, who resides in Seattle, Washington, says the photo was taken in Bristol, Tennessee. Keanu Reeves. People argue that Keanu Reeves either has great genes or amazing plastic surgeons. But there is just too much evidence pointing to something much more exciting. Keanu Reeves is immortal and has looked the same for centuries. He's lived many lives through the ages. And we have the proof. To the left is a portrait of a man named Paul Mounet, who was born in 1847. He died in 1922 under mysterious circumstances, and his body was never found. Go ahead and try to tell me that doesn't look like Keanu Reeves. Even stranger, Mounet worked as a scientist and then became an actor. There's speculation that he left the science field because he didn't want his immortality discovered. He instead faked his death and went into hiding until later. John Travolta, who is a member of the Church of Scientology and believes in reincarnation, appears in an antique photo discovered by a collector in Ontario, Canada. The picture was taken 150 years ago, and it is on sale on eBay. The price? $50,000, unlike vampire Nicolas Cage, who had a $1 million price tag. A photo from New York Public Library's Schomburg Center that was taken in Harlem in 1933 shows a man who looks an awful lot like famous rapper Jay-Z. It was posted on Reddit and put Jay-Z right onto the celebrity time travelers list. Matthew McConaughey, star of movies such as How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days and Dallas Buyers Club, has the same chiseled features of this Union officer. Charlie Sheen. Call it a bizarre case of time traveling. John Brown worked to abolish slavery in the mid-19th century, but Charlie Sheen has merely tried to abolish all forms of sanity. Nevertheless, the two look eerily similar to one another. Leonardo DiCaprio is actually a woman named Judy Zipper from the 1960s. One intrepid Tumblogger was casually thumbing through their grandmother's old yearbook. And that's when the mystery began to unravel. Sylvester Stallone. One famously got bashed around the boxing ring in movies, and the other was more used to having the ring on his finger kissed, but they look like identical twins. Student Anthony Zonfrel, 20, couldn't believe his eyes when he visited the Vatican City and saw Pope Gregory IX in a fresco by Raphael. It looked just like Sylvester Stallone, he said. When he got back to the US, he uploaded the image to Reddit and it got 700,000 hits. Peter Dinklage. The portrait of Sebastian de Mora by Diego Velázquez is a painting of Sebastian de Mora, a court dwarf and jester in the court of Philip IV of Spain. It was created around 1645 and is now in the Prado in Madrid. Online, this painting is often associated with Tyrion Lannister, Peter Dinklage, the dwarf in the hit series Game of Thrones.